How we doing, guys? Tuesday afternoon, bouncing down, cats and dogs. Not been on for a couple of days. I like to get my accounts in this week. Believe it or not, we do keep our accounts up to date. So I've been busy doing that. It's that time when I know how much of a tax bill I'm getting. And in this job, like I think I've mentioned it to you before, people think, oh, owns a bloody little car dealership, lives in a big house. Not the case, I tell you now. Told you I live in an ex-council house. And I was thinking to the day, I was talking to a guy, and he was explaining what certain tradesmen are on now, plumbers and joiners and stuff. And I kid you not, after all my overheads, the little wage I take, I'm on less money than them. I'm better off being a plumber or a bloody electrician or something. And if I had my time again, that's what I'd do. Although I like this job, and I'm proud of my name up wall, Penbury car sales. I feel I've achieved something just to do that, and start from scratch, which I did 6 years ago. 6 years ago, dearest car I had on here, I think it was an Astra Estate, and it was £900. That was the dearest car I had on. And what I've done over time, like I say, I take a small wage, pay out overheads, and I plough it back in, to try and just keep building the pitch up. But I've said to you before, like your man, I forgot his name now, at Crew, we're dealing cars like, 2,500 to maybe 5,000. Sometimes the odd dealer one if it comes our way. Yeah, so that's where we're at, and there isn't big wages in them. And I suppose I've watched other dealers like saying, I was speaking to James at Chops again last week, and I watched one of his videos saying, the cheap car came, it's finished. Well, I really like James, don't get me wrong, I watch him every day. And obviously, we're both grown up, and I beg to differ, because if people like James and others all stop selling the cheap cars, well, it gives me a better platform to keep at it with them, if you know what I mean, because they all start selling late cars on finance, and these young ones won't sign their life away. Gives me a better chance, like South. What's his bloody name now? I forgot. Anyway, it'll be better for us, and I won't change. I won't start getting bloody 10, 15 grand. I can't afford it, and I'm certainly at my age not going lending off bank. That ain't going to happen. I'll stick as I am. Yeah. So what else has been happening? It'll be a funny week next week. I'm going to try and keep these videos going. I keep asking you, and I don't know why you won't, but especially you lot on TikTok, there's thousands watching, and I really appreciate it. But why you can't just nip over to YouTube and help me out? Because I'm not I'm not beating about the bush. I've been doing it now 2 months. I've tried my best, and I'm not going to stop no matter what happens. But if you go on YouTube and I get my numbers up, YouTube give me a couple of bob, and I've told you I want earn a couple of bob for charity. So I just don't get it why. Obviously that you've got your reason. I don't know whether you like me and you don't know how to do it. Whether you bloody subscribe, ring the bell, subscribe. I'm up to now, I think it's about 250 in 2 months. It's not good really, because I watch people, they'll walk to the day only talking about a bloody bridge, just talking about a bridge somewhere in Newcastle, I think it was, and he had about 40,000 views overnight, talking about a bridge. Well, that makes me feel like I'm boring, doesn't it? I tried, add a bit of content, have a laugh with you, yet there's more people watching that on YouTube than me. Or the food ones, I get that. The food ones, I'll have to hold my hands up, because I watch them. They are very interesting. But I can't start going, let me know your comments. if this doesn't work to get it going, I won't stop this. But if any of you out there think, do you know, it'd be quite funny, you know, in a restaurant or something, because some of them are dead boring. Get thousands of views, but they're boring because you're not really watching them. You're watching plates of food, aren't you? Well, I do. So that's one. If you think as a sideline, you'd like to see me go to like restaurants, you know, and sit and have a meal and talk through it and make what I think. A bit like Danny at Rate My. I mean, he's brilliant. You can't knock him, and everything he's done, you know. And he has a massive following, I think, but it's because it's him. So anyway, if any of you think, and I'd like your comments on this one, if you like me as well as the car sales, you know, like maybe 2-3 times a week, I go out for a meal, and I film it. Let me know, and I'll do it. Anyway, going back initially to what I said, try and please get over to YouTube, yeah, and get me numbers up, because I feel like a lost soul, and I don't like it. So get over and, like I say, you lot on TikTok, top marks to you. You know, loads of followers, and thank you. YouTube is just a really different ball game, but I found like a lot of my friends and older people, you're more chance of going on find me on YouTube than they have TikTok. Because I'll be honest, I were on YouTube ages ago, and it only Rod has said about this TikTok. I never knew anything about it, nothing. So a lot of older ones, they'll go on YouTube but not TikTok. Anyway, right. So cars pretty quiet past couple of days, but a few interests going to let us know. So obviously, if they come back, I mean, it's cats and dogs today, so I can't see a lot going on. But you never know. I've sold plenty of rain, so it's not over till sings, you know what I mean. Anyway, like I said, I'll do another video tomorrow. Rodders is away on holiday Thursday tea, and he's going to be gone for about 10 days. So I'm going to get stuck in here, and I mean, they won't be as good as this because he sets them up for me and does everything. So, you know, and I'm not that clever. What does he say now? Keep your eye on time. Right, 7 minutes. So we've got 2 minutes for TikTok. We'll talk about 2 minutes. We could talk about politics. No. I'm Reform UK, me. I'm sorry if I upset any of you out there, but I've been Reform with, I'm signed up with Reform from day one. You know, something has to give in this country. You know what I mean. I'll be careful what I say. But, you know, comes a time where you think enough's enough. Something's got to change. I've got grandkids and I'm frightened what's going to happen. Really. So, I've not been to a meeting yet, but that's something else I might get into. Politics. Because I reckon if I went to one of the meetings, they'd want me to really get involved. Because I've got an opinion. A lifelong opinion. Which makes a difference from a lot of these young'uns who think they know about politics and life. I've had a life. Anyway, guys, I think it's nearly time to go now. I hope you've enjoyed this. And like I say, please, I've asked you time and time again, get over to YouTube. I think what I might do is, while Rodders is away, he's going to show me how to go live. So rather than do that, I might just go live and answer all your questions. Seriously, it'd be a lot easier. Anyway, help me out if you can. I'll speak to you later. Take it easy, chaps. Ta-ra. And girls. Didn't bloody stop again, Rodders. Crap this. I know I'm live. I know you're watching, laughing. I'm not bothered.